The longer he stays in his dairy farming, the more experience and knowledge he has acquired. And to make use of the waste that is left after the cows has finished eating, he actually found another business, which is sheep farming. This week, we are still in Nande Conte, precisely in Bire Farm, and my brother will be joining me to tell me what actually about sheep farming, because back in Ghana we are lovers of goat, but here I'm told, hey, come on now, sheep is big business. Thank you very much, Kachi, for joining me. Yes, it's another week and we are here with you.
Thank you.
So why don't you focus on growing the dairy farm to become bigger, and then you added 200 sheep?
Basically, the reason why I added sheep was to help me control the waste feeds from the cows.
Okay.
Yes, because when a cow consumes their feeds today, by tomorrow, they will not be able to consume the same feed because of the saliva. When one cow salivates on the feeds, the other one cannot consume.
Right.
Because they smell, they have that smell.
Okay.
But the sheep don't really recognize the smell. You give the feeds, which was consumed by the cows the other day, they will clear everything. So basically, they have helped us control the feed waste.
Okay.
Yes.
So in which year did this idea actually started?
Basically, this thing came out during Corona time. We were challenging ourselves with a friend. We wanted to do a Corona challenge so that we know one day we will remember the Corona with something. And that's how we came to start the Doba sheep.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So how many did you start with?
I started with 3 sheep, 2 Iwis, and 1 ram.
Where did you buy them from and which breed?
Basically, what we are focusing in is the Doba. The advantage of the Doba sheep is that they grow very fast.
Okay.
And they put in weight at the shortest period possible.
Okay.
The second thing is the market price for the lamb is really high.
Okay.
So when you go to these high-end hotels, they do the mutton.
Okay.
That's where you get the mutton.
Yes.
So for us to get you the mutton, we have to keep Doba.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you bought them from here, Kenya?
I bought them from within. I started from local breeds, which was improved Doba. And then later on now, when I realized this business is a very lucrative business, I can assure you, I do dairy, I've done dairy for years. But the idea of keeping Doba is quick cash.
Hey!
The
money man.
Yeah, you cannot stay even without 10,000 in your pockets.
Okay.
Because when I sell one,
yes,
it's between 20 and 30,000. And the demand is huge.
20 and 30,000 Kenya
shilling.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So how much did that 3 cost you? And how long did it take to multiply to this 200 we are seeing today?
The idea when you are doing the Doba sheep is, or any other business relating to farming, understand the steps. So the first thing I did is when I bought a tree, I wanted to understand from the moment an iwi become pregnant or it's served to the moment it's lambing down to that lamb being born to it getting served to also giving birth. If you get well the whole journey, the whole that process, you are ready to increase your numbers.
Okay.
So I started with 3. It has taken me like almost 3 years.
Okay.
I'm in 200.
I see. How many times in a year does a sheep give birth?
A sheep gives birth twice.
Twice in a year?
Yes.
Averagely, is it 1 or 2?
Now that's where you can do your sons.
Okay.
We have those which can lamb down 2, even to 3. There are those to do doing 1. There are the advantages of doing 1. There are the advantages of doing 2.
Okay.
For us, last season we were doing 1. We didn't want, we restricted to do 2.
Okay.
And we can do that scientifically.
Okay.
You know, before the period before you serve your ram, there is the level of selenium in the body. That gives the sheep that my body is ready to take more than 1.
Okay.
So now I will have
Two.
Twins.
Okay.
Yes, because the fattening.
Okay.
So between that period, the last 2 weeks to serving, we give them more of protein food to go and increase the selenium in the body.
Okay.
That one will give the body condition good.
Yes.
And now tell the sheep I'm ready to take more than
one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I realize that you are leveraging a lot on basic things to construct your pen.
Yes.
Over here, there's a bit of roof on one side. There's a bit of wood and all that. Tell me, other farmers spend heavily, you know, putting together structures for animals.
Yeah.
Why this strategy?
You see, the first thing you need in cows and sheep is the comfort.
Okay.
The question is, can your hood provide the comfort?
Okay.
If it can provide you the comfort,
yes,
why go for an expensive thing? You should have used that money to increase your stock.
Okay.
So if my sheep and my cows are comfortable on this, the next thing you need to focus, there are two major things. The breed, have the right breed,
okay,
and the feeds, have quality feeds. If you have the right breed and the right feeds, you are good to go.
Okay.
The structures is not a big deal.
It's not a big deal
it's
at all.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
It can never be a big
but
deal.
I also realized that the structure is a, you know,
raised.
Yes. Why? Yeah. Because couldn't you have just let them walk?
Because the idea is we need to maintain the cleanliness.
Yes.
And for us to maintain this cleanliness, we have to raise it so that every week we are getting out the manure, the droppings of the sheep.
Yes.
We are putting them on their silos.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll take them to the farms. So this raising them will give us opportunity to clean this. Yeah. So we have made special racks where someone will just stand here and pull them out. When they are here, we just take them to the silos.
What vegetables can you use sheep droppings to grow?
It can basically grow all the vegetable. You know, the sheep manure is more nutritive even than the cow dung.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Sheep droppings are more...
Yes, they are more nutritious to the
plants.
To your plants.
Yes.
Than even the cow.
Wow.
They are the best.
Okay.
Basically, they are the great one if you can. So we use this one for because there is a farm we are developing orchard for avocados. We do that, but the main thing we use this one for is the Nebbia for the feeds.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. All right. So I also see you have tags for the sheep as well.
Yes.
Is this same for the name identification and all that, or what is it also?
Yeah, we will. We have 4 rams.
Yes.
Which we imported from South Africa.
Yes.
And the 4 rams have 4 different identification. There is the yellow, the pink, and when we are doing the breeding, we have the strap. So we have the one with the blue, the Yatak is blue. So their children, we will tag them blue. So the idea is we need to avoid inbreeding. We need to avoid a situation where the father will come and serve the daughter. So for us to do that, the ear tagging is very important.
Very, very important. That's the catch about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So mainly these are purposely for selling to hotels and restaurants, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, for now, we are still on the breeding process.
Okay. You are not selling yet?
We are not selling yet. But now when people come, we just sell them the rams. Yeah.
But you had them come. You should have worked on one.
You'll get one.
Oh my goodness. So how has it been, you know, managing cows and managing sheep? Do they coexist? I mean, have you ever opened all of them to go and graze? Do they coexist well?
No, we have never mixed them.
Okay.
Every of them have their own departments or their different sectors. It's a natural thing. We just manage them. You know, it's you. The best thing is you put your systems. Let your employees understand that this is what needs to be done in the farm. So when you are not around, the system flow.
Okay.
So these sheep have their own grazing field. They will now consume these feeds, which we give them in the morning from the animal waste. By 11, they go to their grazing field. They will graze until 4. They come back. We give them the feed bullets.
Okay.
Bullet is basically for energy.
Okay.
So that they can grow the meat. Yeah.
But how come you have so much knowledge about livestock farming? What are you watching? Or who is feeding you with information?
That's why you say farming is not for the uneducated.
Thank you.
It's all this is not guesswork.
Right.
We normally say it's science.
Okay.
It's not guesswork.
Okay.
The moment
Yes.
you have your sheep lamb too, purposely because you wanted them to lamb too, you need knowledge.
Okay.
If you want,
Yes.
you need knowledge.
Okay.
We have done that and it's possible. So all these things is education is very important. Go get your education, come back to the farm, apply what you have learned.
Important. Now, do you have a vet who comes around to look at the health? I mean, watch the health of these animals, or you do everything by yourself? And how often, if I'm going into sheep farming or even goat or cow, how often do I get my vets to come around to check on the health status of my animals?
The first vet should be yourself.
Okay.
Understand the behavior of your animals.
Right.
Understand the behavior of your sheep. If there is uneven behavior, call your vet.
Okay.
But for me,
Yes.
I'm a trained vet.
Okay.
I trained myself and I went to school for that at some point.
Okay.
So I do all the diagnosis in the farm.
Right.
I do serve my cows. I do the insemination and all that. So I do all round.
Okay.
But when I'm not around,
Yes.
I have a vet.
Okay.
And also when you are an animal farmer,
Yes.
be consistent with your vet. Don't call one vet today, tomorrow you call another one. Be consistent because they will understand the history of
the
your
animal.
farm and your animals. When you tell them this cow is, they know the history. They know like they have been sick maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago. They can give you the right diagnostic.
I realized that you separated the men from the women. So in times of crossing, are you not going to catch the woman and move her there? Or you bring the man here? How do you go about, and why? For what purposes do you?
We call them the ram, not the man.
Oh,
yeah.
Why did you create different self-contained for the man?
Yes. So
the ram.
The ram. What happens is, if you can see, we have different 3 categories.
Okay.
We have the one which are about to calve down.
Right.
We put them in maternity wing.
Okay.
Yeah, so that even the structures we have there is different because we make sure there is no space within. So that's the place they can.
For those who are going to be delivering.
They can lamb down. Yeah, if they can lamb down, so they stay in one side. When they have lamb down, we bring them to the other side. Okay. Where that is the nursery now. They take care of their babies. Their lambs. And then when the lambs are grown, they all come here now. This is for everyone and here. Because the numbers is increasing, we have them here. And the other side, we have the rams. Basically, we do what we call synchronized serving or mating.
You tell me more about that.
Synchronized means we serve them a group of numbers at a certain period. Okay. So, which means the rams and the iwis don't meet. They are not supposed to mix any day, anytime. Okay. Only to the serving period. Right. Because we have four rams. Yes. At one time, we serve 1 ram with 20 iwis. Hey. Hey. So we prepare that ram. Okay. Before we bring to the serving. Okay. You see, you will see around. Yes. We have paddocks in our farm. Yes. So we take them to a certain paddock. Okay. They will be grazing there with 1 ram. Okay. The circle, the ostral circle of a sheep is 17 days. Okay. So we make sure they stay with that 20 iwis, stays with 1 ram for 17 days. Okay. Within that 17 days, each and every iwi that needed to be served will have to be served, because if they miss in day 1 of their circle, they will meet in day 17. Between this period, he has served, and 1 ram can serve even 2 in a day. Really? Yes. Are you not abusing this ram? We prepare them for that. We prepare them for that. And how sure are you that it is able to serve all of them? because I told you we have the straps also. You will see them.
Yes.
So when they climb on that during the serving, they will leave a mark.
Oh, okay.
So when you come and meet a mark, we know this one has been served.
Right.
This one has been served. This one is not yet. Okay. So we wait for that one which has not been served.
And what signs should I see on my sheep to know that it's on heat and it's about time to do crossing?
They have two things. One, they are aggressive.
Okay.
And the other one, we have a special equipment which we can test on their estrage level. Okay. Yeah.
To see.
The one you can use to test your pregnancy.
Hey, hello. Animals, you have your own. No, wala. Okay. How big is the sheep farming market in Kenya?
The sheep market is huge in Kenya. We are just at the pace.
Scratching the surface.
Just scratching the surface.
Okay.
You see, if I have 200, if I decide to sell by the end of the day, all will be gone. I can assure you the demand, the inquiries, people who want to have the sheep, it's huge. So we are still even not yet to the market, the mid level. We are still servicing the breeders. So these are still the breeding stock. So you can imagine, for me, I have 200. My target is 500 before the end of the year. And then I start giving out to people who also want to start from zero like me. So we still have huge breeding market. And then now outside there, the demand for the mutton is rooftop. Yeah. So we cannot really,
relent.
Yeah.
You have to keep expanding and expanding and expanding. Okay, actually, how do I find you on social media? I definitely will come back to this farm.
Yes.
And so how do we find you in the meantime? For those who want to go the sheep farming and those who want to do the cow farming, how do we find you on social media?
So on social media, I'm on Facebook and Twitter. Basically, it was at the two because of the time frames. So you find me, search for a Bukai or a page known as This Farmer Kachilei. Yeah, you will find me there. We share our stories on daily basis, what we do in the farm. We teach farmers the do's and don'ts on the farm. Yes.
All right. So that's it. Very short, intensive, but very educational. I would be back when they are 500. Okay. Now we have 200. But I tell you what, I will be back before the end of the year. When they are 500, I am challenging him, even though he told me by the end of the year he will do 5. I am challenging him that before the end of the year, I want to see 500 sheep on this farm. It's an amazing day spent with this gentleman, and I'm sure that you've been empowered, you've been inspired. Forget about the excuses and don't start huge. With just 3. In a matter of time, he has 200, and he says, give your animals good feed, okay? And then the rest is easy. Don't spend too much on structure. Focus rather on the feed. Care for them. Invest in the right people. I mean, agronomists, vets. A friend once told me that extension officers are not emergency doctors only. You don't wait till your animal is sick before you run helter-skelter looking for them. Start with them from the word go, and they would help you to grow. My name has always been Enyonam Manye Ajete. Today I've mentioned the full name. But when you see me in town, call me Ghana's finest farmer. And shout out to everybody in Kenya who is watching, those who are abroad, and of course, my good sister, Mama Mboga. I hope I got it right. Look for her on social media and connect. Thank you so much, Sumata.